Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal Peace Love Music with another morning update, broadcasting on Bitcoin Live DB, decentralized broadcasting on the Restream app under our new media organization, DeOrganized Media. And we're covering things happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem and L2s, focusing on the Stacks layer 2, the largest layer 2 on Bitcoin, and just had the Nakamoto upgrade go into effect, or starting to, just waiting for the operators to adapt or adopt or upgrade their networks to the new chain, and should have a huge increase on block times in the next couple weeks. And I know there's a lot of devs out there with projects that are just waiting to be able to launch updated features, or their final iteration on mainnet to utilize the fast blocks and make Bitcoin scalable and fast. It's really awesome, and there's so much going on Stacks right now. If you're in the ecosystem, you already know this. If you're not, there's just a tremendous amount of energy and building and collaboration, and sometimes some friendly competition, rarely unfriendly competition. There are definitely some people that are critical of others in the space, and sometimes with good reason. And we all have, that's decentralization, right? Not everyone's going to agree. That's why we have options, so that if somebody's doing something in a way that you're not comfortable with, you can seek an alternative. And one of the important factors in that is having, we're all on Bitcoin first for the open source nature of it, that anyone can use it, anyone can build on it. It's not controlled by anybody, and Stacks is the same way. Part of the reason that, if open source code is only functional if we have an open society, and or we can use an open source system network like Bitcoin to promote or reopen society. There's a lot of stuff going on with censorship across the globe, from centralized governments, and from the corporate media apparatus that represents the corporate establishment that dominates policy for the majority of these governments. And that's a problem. That's a problem for average people. It's important, the guise is, or the excuse is, that they're protecting society from harmful speech and misinformation. But that's not the role of centralized authorities, to tell people what they can and can't think about, and what information they're not allowed to know. These governments are supposed to be by and for the people in a democratic process, and they're acting opposed to that. So I know I touched on this yesterday, but it's very important, because we're in a space that has a lot of optimism for the future, and building a lot of tools that are meant to be inclusive. But we're up against something that's trying to make things very exclusive. And so I just think it's something that we need to keep front of mind, that we need to be able to communicate with people, even those that we disagree with, probably even more so those that we disagree with. We don't learn a lot in an echo chamber. We can't understand everybody's point of view, or even other people's point of view, or even our own point of view, if we're not allowed to interact and exchange ideas and opinions. Opinions are not facts. They're not wrong. They might not be pleasant. They might be based in bad things, but it's important to hear other people's opinions and even digest them and consider them, because we don't know everything. None of us does. We can't know everything. So wasn't expecting to go that long on that. There's some really cool stuff going on in the space. And want to shout out Tenmetsu. Tenmetsu got listed on Charisma DAO. And make sure if you're going on Charisma, so you can, if you've minted the Tenmetsu token, you can now stake it on Charisma. Make sure you're using the proper Charisma website. It's beta.charisma.rocks. The old one, just charisma.rocks, is actually not the current active iteration. So you make sure you're using the right Charisma chain or website. But congratulations to Tenmetsu. I know there's a number of other communities that are voting right now. And if you support any of the meme token communities, you can actually go and vote to have them added to be stakeable on Charisma as well. So check that out. Stack City also has a tremendous amount of activity going on. Somebody launched a token called The Brain. We're actually familiar with the guys that are behind that project. This is a little bit of an experiment. It's not live yet, and I'm not quite sure where they're going with the token, but very interested to see what happens with that. The Brain, you can follow them on Twitter. Really cool stuff going on Stack City. Interesting. It makes it really easy for non-coders to create a smart contract and launch a token on Stacks, which opens up the door. And then the bonding curve event, which is where The Brain is, a number of other recent tokens. There's these, you got the sock tokens. Moist is close to minting out. So you might miss out on that one. Fresh token for the dry sock. The people who prefer dry socks like myself. There's the Fresh token that's had a little bit of a rough weekend. Started out great, had a little bit of jeeting. You know, those jeeters are just there to kind of to shake the pot, but that's kind of what the bonding curve's about, right? You know, you figure out where things are going to go, and then hopefully you get your coin listed, you know, mints out, and you get your coin listed on the Law or the Alex Exchange or one of the other ones that they have available on there. The names are escaping me, and I apologize. But yeah, Stack City is doing some really cool stuff. Really interested to see where that goes, and that's stx.city. You can check them out. Really cool way to experiment with creating tokens and building a token around communities and or certain things you might want to be able to do with it when you don't have a lot of coding experience and you're not sure how to build a smart contract. Although there are a lot of guys in the space, Gary Reiger being one. We're going to check him out at noon today. He's got his Zero to Clarity class. He's teaching people basic intro to Clarity coding, so you can build your own smart contracts on Stacks. Really cool stuff. And my buddy Trip and Monkey jumps in there a lot, and he's actually also working on some really cool projects. If you haven't, I think it's called Pixel Painter. It's in testnet that he's trying out. And then his Rising Tide project is really awesome. And he's also a very helpful guy. If you have some stuff you're working on or you're helping out with his project, he might give you some advice on how to work some stuff out. So there are a lot of people promoting and educating others in the community, but we also have no code Clarity and projects like Stack City that make it possible for someone to do it without even learning the code. So that's really cool stuff. Really great. And the most important thing today, the launch. So Stacks Link, in conjunction with Stacks Link and Nieta, it's at Nieta NFT, and I think she's going to join us tomorrow morning to talk a little bit more about it. But they launched the Tacovation Awards, which is a really cool project. If you check out Stacks Link, it's at Stacks Link. The post is there, and it's going to be a daily post with some really awesome, fun artwork. It's sprang out of the D Grants program, and there's awards for the different tracks, and you can nominate one person for a taco award each day. and there's going to be rewards for people that are that receive the most taco awards monthly. There's going to be shout outs for people that are in the race. There's a leaderboard, so we'll be able to track who's getting their reputation increased. And then I think monthly or over a certain length of time period, the top receivers are going to receive an exclusive NFT badge. And then also those who participate the most, nominating the most often, you can only do one a day. So you want to make sure you're getting your opportunity to nominate every day, because you'll also get recognized for showing your appreciation to people in the Stacks community. And this is for people that inspire you, people that are doing good work in the Stacks ecosystem, helping people out, producing great projects, supporting the community, and or the various tracks. The DeFi, the tracks in D grants was DeFi track, developer track, BNS track, NFT artist track, community governance track, and then the pick your own track, which is also, I think, being called the Blue Sky track, which I love. That's what we sprang out of too with this project, this DeOrganized project. Real quick, while I'm just kind of rattling off here, I want to not forget to mention Bitcoin Olympic Hackathon. I've been saying it's through September 1st, but it's actually through the 4th. So there's 2 more days left on that. Check them out. It is Korea Blockchain Week, and you can learn more about that at koreablockchainweek.com. And then also today is Bitcoin Renaissance in Seoul. That's www.bitcoin-renaissance.com. And Munib, the founder of Stacks and CEO of Trust Machines, is going to be speaking there today. So very interesting stuff going on there. We have the Stacks DeFi show coming on at 10 o'clock this morning. Then we have Gary's Zero to Clarity at noon, and that's right now facilitated through a Google Meet. If you do need that link, you can DM me or message Gary or let us know. We'll get you added to the group if you're interested in learning about clarity coding. And last week or the week, we've been talking about like how to make sure that when you mint an NFT or that it actually gets picked up on the platforms like Gamma, like it works. And there's certain things you can follow that'll make life easier when you're creating stuff. So some really cool stuff there. And then at 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to have the Art on Stacks space with Good Kitty and Yetta. And they're going to be talking about Stacks Link. Stacks Link is a really cool project that's launching on basically as a support platform for people, creators, artists, builders on Stacks to just provide various support services. You need some help with marketing. You need some help with branding. See Nieta. You need some community help. We have people there. You need some dev help. We got Trip and Monkeying and Gary Reiger. You need some DeFi help. Rafa Stacks is going to help us out. And there's just people to help guide. Electra Frost. I'm missing people. The governance guys. Gordon. And I think Hamish is on that list too. There's a bunch of, just a bunch of people that are going to be named. I've been named the lead for content and communications. So anyone building in the space, you can reach out to us on Stacks Link, and we'll actually provide you with some guidance. And that's it from 2 to 4 today. The space under Good Kitty's this is Good Kitty's project, Stacks Link. She's created it. And she's doing a tremendous job. Building something that's going to be very useful for the community, in my opinion. So check that out. And just guys, remember, this might be the most important thing. Sometimes, and it happens to all of us, we get, you get a little moist in the footwear, and there's nothing wrong with just getting a nice, fresh pair of dry socks and taking care of your feet. So with that, I'm going to leave you. You guys all have a fantastic day. It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. make sure you give someone a taco award or recognize some people, and be good to each other.